James 4:8. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Jeremiah 29:13. For you will find me when you seek me with all your heart. Some background. James, the half-brother of Jesus, was a leader of the church in Jerusalem as it was forming after Jesus' ascension into heaven. There were many complexities at the time. Following God had completely changed. After 1,500 years of the law in the Old Testament, it was now salvation by grace, as described in the New Testament. None of the New Testament existed yet. Persecution by the Jews was severe. All believers gathered together regardless of the factors that led to the divisions we see today. They didn't have television, the internet, social media, or even email to seek out answers to questions. They needed God to answer their questions. They had the heart, but they didn't have the tools. In Jeremiah's time, the leaders of God's people had become completely religious and lost track of the relationship and provision God provides when you trust and follow him. It had been a very long time since the nation had been close to God, and they lacked understanding of how to actually have a wholesome relationship with God. They needed God to help find their way again. They had the tools, but they needed the heart. In both instances, God was calling them. Both needed to seek their loving and wise Heavenly Father because people don't have the best answers to our problems. So what did it mean to the original audience? In James's time and in Jeremiah's time, big changes had happened and more big changes were coming. To handle them, they really needed to get close to God. For us today, the world is rapidly changing. People that live in the first world Western culture countries are seeing a move away from biblical values. Other countries have their own issues such as deep corruption, violence, anti-Christian laws, etc. Navigating how to be an effective tool of God in today requires attitudes and values that often don't come naturally and require daily time with God to keep on track. So, a summary thought. God has made it known that our sin nature will be clearly a part of this world, starting in the Garden of Eden and continuing through to the end of this earth. That is supposed to help us recognize our dependence should be on Him rather than on self and other people. Heaven is coming. Until then, draw near to Him with all your heart, and you will find Him drawing near to you. Subscribe or follow us on one of our social media sites to be notified when more of these videos come out. Links to our social media sites can be found on the About Follow page on our website, or for searching for the ID What's God Doing within the social media sites. Thanks for listening.